Hello race fans, we are back here live at the NNSCRA Caterpillar ARCA Series, getting ready for our first of the 3 final races of the season. We're here for round number 13 at Lime Rock Park. Now this is only the second road course that these drivers have gone through here in the ARCA circuit. So these guys are gonna have to prepare to do something that these guys hardly ever do, make a right turn. Our front row consists of Kyle Matthews and Charles Jackson, the hometown boy. Charles Jackson, he's looking to bring it home. Kris Wascher, he's looking to try to extend his points lead even more to try to get that championship, but he's going to have some work to do. In the second row, we have two known road course racers, Angel Navarro in the 10 and Lyndon Wright in the 2. Now, the last time Lyndon Wright had a great chance to win, he was taken out by Marco Salpietro. What kind of racing will we see here today at Lime Rock? I don't know, but we're just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Get a rhythm. Get ready to rock and roll today. It's a long race. There will be a lot of pit stops. So just go out there, do what you got to do. No mistakes. That's the big thing today. Just no mistakes.
And as the cars are rolling down the front straightaway, here is your starting lineup for round number 13. James Qualls right now starting this race from the 9th position. He's right now he sits 3rd in points, only 1 point behind this man right here, Cole Dalley, who's gonna start this race from 15th. He's 2nd in points, and Kris Wascher, the points leader, he's starting deep in the pack. If I can find his car, there he is. He's starting right beside Kyle. So, what kind of racing are we going to see at Lime Rock? We're about to find out. The pace car makes its way onto pit road. Kyle Matthews, Charles Jackson, the hometown boy, Angel Navarro, and Lyndon Wright are our top 4. We're waiting for the green flag, waiver to wave the flag to get this race going. And we're underway. The drivers are off. The green flag is out here at Lime Rock. Now, the most challenging part of this racetrack is indeed the first right-handed turn, and also that quick right turn leading into the bus stop. Wow, bus stop. Anyway, Kyle Matthews he breaks away early for the lead. Charles Jackson he hangs on to 2nd place. Angel Navarro settles in 3rd. Lyndon Wright 4th, and Dillon Young 5th. As we now see the drivers approaching the bus stop area. We're only doing this for 15 laps. Kyle Matthews already with the early advantage, but Charles Jackson, he appears to be closing the gap. And this last turn is another trouble spot. If you do turn too wide, there is a chance that you could get stuck in the dirt and lose a lot of speed. And I think Kyle Matthews kind of did. And we're having a battle for 2nd place now between Charles and Angel. The number 10 and the 20 are duking at it for 2nd place, trying to catch that 52 car. And don't count out Lyndon Wright just yet. I bet he's biding his time to make a move. Dillon Young, as of late, he was in contention for the championship, but right now he's dropped all the way to 15th in standings. So I find it pretty hard to think if Dillon Young could ever try to get the championship by now. I'm not sure. Right behind him is Joshua Mudd in the 8, and here comes Michael Norman in the 3. The battle The battle for 9th and 10th in the points are really coming close together. Michael Norman right now, he sits in the 7th position. Skye Commons is now 8th. 9th is James Qualls. And rounding out the top 10, well, actually, we're about to have a battle for 10th between Anthony McCrury and Johnny Gardner. Johnny Gardner trying to get up there to help his teammate. Right now, they're neck and neck, and it's still all about Kyle Matthews. He has not looked back ever since he took the lead, but don't count out pit stops yet. We haven't seen a yellow flag yet either. As Charles Jackson, he's trying to hang on to that outside line. In this little straightaway, you could get a little run on the outside, but right now, Lyndon Wright, he's on the inside pushing R Angel Navarro, and that's going to make Charles drop even more. He's about to get passed by Dillon Young, and this is not what the 20 car needed to see. Now he's going to have some company from Joshua Mudd. And oh boy, Lyndon Wright, he got stuck in there. And oh man, Dillon Young! Oh man, Dillon Young, he came up across the track and right into James Qualls. And Johnny Gardner, he got slammed by John Trolston. And oh man, Johnny Gardner is stuck on his roof and he is blocking the track. No doubt the caution is out. And James Qualls, 3rd in points. This is not what he needed at all. The yellow flag is waving. John Trolston with hood damage after coming in contact with Johnny Gardner. Do these guys have to race around? Oh, no, they're not. They're catching the pace car. But, oh, man, something happened to Dillon Young. And, oh, man, we had another wreck. Adam Akers in the back. And Shawn Henley, too. Shawn Henley's in the back. Oh, man. And we had a second wreck between the 5 and the 32. Oh, man, I wonder what happened to them. Johnny Gardner sits in the pits, and all these drivers trying to bunch up, trying to figure out what is going on. I don't see anyone else with damage. These cars are just trying to catch up with the rest of the pack. And there is Dillon Young, who went off the track and right back in front of the field. And this is not what Dillon Young, his season just went from bad to worse. We're going to have to go to the replays and see what happened to Dillon Young to bring out our first caution. So stay tuned, race fans. Well, here's what happened to bring our first caution, and this is the best view I can find because after this turn, there's a blind spot for the camera. But anyway, Charles Jackson had a better run coming out of the bus stop, and Dillon Young tried to go under Charles Jackson for the pass here in this turn. Charles Jackson, he took the turn a little bit hot, and as you can see, his tires did get into the grass and dirt, and when he tried to correct himself, he gets into Dillon Young, and then that forces Dillon Young into the grass. And as you can see through the spectator's camera, both drivers are in the grass, but Charles, he manages to make it out. Okay, but once you stay in that grass, like you have no traction. As Dillon Young, he just slides. There's nothing he can do. And James Qualls almost misses it, but he gets a little contact with the one car. And then Johnny Gardner, he didn't have any time to react. He just slams into Dillon Young. Then as soon as Johnny Gardner slides up right in front of the 19, John Trolston just gives him a hit, and then that sends the 15 car over. Dillon Young still able to drive away as James Qualls does well. And I see that Noah Boggs and Cole Dalley, they also got in the dirt. They may have gotten loose too. Noah Boggs has some left side damage to the 45. Let's see if they just got loose. Oh, yes, they did. They just went to the outside to avoid it, but they didn't have to go that far to the outside. Now we need to see what happened. We had another accident back here. Cody Llamas and Andreas Allen, they got together. Whoa, let's look at this. They got together. Let's go back to the helicopter camera here. Oh man, almost the same thing with Charles Jackson. Andreas Allen overcorrected and just gets into the left rear quarter panel of Cody Llamas, and then that sends both of them into a spin. Oh man, I did not see this, but this doesn't really look that bad. Cody Llamas, he looks like he didn't really get that much damage. He just literally just barely scraped the guardrail. And Poteet, Poteet, he gives a hit to Llamas there. And Andreas Allen, I think he got hit by Pichu London there in the 94. Oh man, so we had 3 accidents happen in this lap. Now you have to see what happened with Adam Akers and Shawn Henley. Oh, I don't know. It may be contact with Nick Pericles. Oh, yep, right there. Oh man. They went 3 wide into this turn. Then Adam Akers, he got hooked by Nick Pericles, and Shawn Henley, he was just an innocent victim as Adam Akers gets stuck in the tire barrier, and Shawn Henley, he just slides down the front straightaway. So that's what happened there. That was the 12's fault there. Oh boy, I don't think Adam and Shawn are gonna be too happy with Pericles when this race is over. We're gonna have to get some onboard cameras. Here we are with our first onboard camera from the number 1 of Dillon Young. There's Charles Jackson on the outside, and Dillon Young is making his move here. Then there's the contact. He gets into the grass, and then there's nothing he could do. You can see he's hitting the brakes. And there's the contact with James Qualls, and then he spins around. And then there's the 19 flipping over the 15. Absolutely nothing he could have done. Now here we are riding on board with the number 15 of Johnny Gardner. Johnny Gardner, he actually did slam on the brakes, and then he gets stuck on his roof, and then that's where we lost the camera. Now here we are with one final onboard camera from the 19 of John Trollston. Only a Trollston can flip someone over and just drive away. Here we are back at Lime Rock. We're gonna restart on lap number 6, and after those 3 crazy accidents, we have 3 drivers out of the race. The first is Shawn Henley, the second is Adam Akers, and the third is Johnny Gardner. We're gonna restart on lap number 6 with 10 laps to go. Kyle Matthews is still our leader. These guys have yet to come down pit road. Second place is Angel Navarro. Third is Lyndon Wright. Fourth is Joshua Mudd. 5th is Charles Jackson, if he'll come over the hill. There he is. 6th is Michael Norman. 7th is Skye Commons. 8th is James Qualls with right side damage. 9th is Anthony McCrury. Rounding out the top 10 is Levi McIntire. John Trollston, he was in the 9th position, but he came down pit road to fix that damage, so he's going to restart at the tail end of the field with no hood. Okay, 10 laps of racing to go. This is still anyone's race. Don't count out Angel Navarro or Lyndon Wright just yet. Kyle Matthews, he's going to have to do some defensive driving and watch that fuel gauge. No one has yet to come down pit road yet, as the green flag is back out at Lime Rock. They're all going single file into the first turn. No one's trying to make a move just yet. Angel Navarro, he's all over the back bumper of Kyle Matthews. And it looks like Charles Jackson tried to make a move on the inside of Joshua Mudd to get the 4th position back. Angel Navarro trying to do whatever he can to chase down Kyle Matthews, but Lyndon Wright, he tried to make a move on the inside, but Navarro, he got that outside run. Now it looks like Wright, he's trying to get some help from Mudd in the 8. And back here, we almost have a battle. And oh man, Skye Commons, he took that bus stop wrong. That's gonna make him lose a bit of momentum as he now drives in the dirt. He's about to lose a position to McIntyre and Acosta, the 2 teammates out of the Roush stable. More cars are driving in the dirt as we're about to have another battle for second place between Wright and Navarro. And it looks like Lyndon Wright, he's trying to get ahead of the 10 car. Can't quite do it yet. Angel Navarro, he's still on the outside. They're both trying to catch that 52. Angel and Navarro, they're still going side by side, but Wright, he's gonna get the better run in this turn right here. And yes, indeed, he will indeed clear the 10 car. Now he has to try to do wherever he can to catch that 52 because Kyle Matthews has checked out on the field. He almost has a half-second lead over everyone else. That 52 has not looked back ever since he took the race lead. Well, he hasn't lost it. He is our pole sitter. He has about a 5 car he has about a 5-car lead over the field. His lead is almost to a second now. But Lynn Wright trying to do wherever he can to close the gap. And it looks like Joshua Mudd, he's trying to look to get around Navarro as Michael Norman makes his way into 5th place. Charles Jackson, he drops back to 6th. James Qualls, even with racing damage, he's hanging on to 7th place. I don't think that damage really slowed him down after contact from Dillon Young. Speaking of Dillon Young, there he is. He's right in front of Tim Fiegel with rear racing damage. He's still in this race, and he doesn't appear to be that slow after that big hit he took. He's about to get passed by Tim Fiegel though. However, as there is a lot of dirt, and Dillon Young, oh man, he just drove in the dirt. That's gonna make him lose 3 spots right here. See, if you drive in that dirt, it'll really slow you down. And Salpietro, he's about to get around him as well as Chris Kyle. Oh man, so Dillon Young, he's losing positions left and right. He's staying on the extreme high side. He knows his car is slow, so he's letting all these guys get around him. As we head back to the front, it's still all about Matthews as the laps are winding down. We're now on lap 9. Next time by, we're gonna have 6 to go. And oh man, Angel Navarro, he's back trying to get around Linda Wright for 2nd place. He's trying to get a little help from Joshua Mudd. Can't quite do it yet. And oh man, now Joshua Mudd, he's under fire from Michael Norman. If he can stay off the dirt, Michael Norman, he's trying to get a run. The last time we were here at Lime Rock, Michael Norman, he did drive that number 3, and he was in contention for a win, but late pit stops ruined it for him, and Eric Burton picked up the victory in the 16 in the Mobil 1 Nationwide Series. Right now, still no one has anything for Kyle Matthews right now. But when do these guys have to pit? I mean, this is a road course, and we don't have another caution yet. If a caution does come out, caution laps here only take 1 lap. Kyle Matthews right now, he doesn't need to make any mistakes. He needs to stay out of the dirt, which he's doing right now. The more he stays out of the dirt, the more speed he'll get. Now running in the 6th position is Michael Norman's teammate, Anthony McCrury, another experienced road racer. And the last time we were at a road course, he actually won. It was back at Thornton. He mastered the turn of death. Now he's trying to master the lime, if that makes any sense. Charles Jackson still dropped all the way back to 7th place. Now we have Ryan Acosta sitting in the 8th position. 9th is James Qualls. And McIntyre, he fell out of the top 10. He got passed by the 66. And, oh, whoa, what? Whoa, Nick Pericles, he's on the outside of the track. Oh, man, what happened to the 12? I'm not sure, but I think that's karma for what he did to Adam Akers and Shawn Henley. But, oh, man, Adam Akers, he is stuck outside the track. We're going to have to look at a replay later to see what happened to him. As Kyle Matthews, he continues to come down the front straightaway. Linda Wright trying to do wherever he can to close that gap. He's trying to get closer and closer. But the gap is still more than a second. But it looks like it's gotten smaller because right now there's no one fighting for the 2nd position. But time is slowly running out. He has about 4 laps to go. Angel Navarro, he's dropped back to 3rd place, with Joshua Mudd sitting right behind him trying to get closer, and I don't see any battles right now. Well, here's one from McIntyre and Qualls. This is to get into the top 10, as we still see Pericles on the outside of the track. His car is completely stopped, but since he's on the outside, there's no need to throw a yellow flag. As you see the caution, it's not out. But now the question is, when do these guys have to come down for pit stops? Is it gonna come down between pit strategy? I don't know, but Matthews right now, he's in prime position for the race of his life. Kyle Matthews has gotten 2nd place in the ARCA series and the NASCAR Second Cup series in the last combined weeks, but he would love to finally get a win for that number 52. And actually, when we were at Thornton, he finished in 2nd place. He finished 2nd to McCrury, so he would love to get a road course victory here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want another 2nd place finish. But Linda Wright, he's indeed trying to close the gap on that 52. I mean, he's getting closer and closer every lap. He's trying to get closer and closer. Kyle Matthews into the final turn. He really needs to stay out for that dirt. And Lyndon Wright, he got a pretty good run. As we still have no caution, we now have 2 to go. We have two laps to go. Kyle Matthews attempts to go coast to coast here at Lime Rock. Heading further back, Joshua Mudd, he still takes away he took away 3rd place from Angel Navarro, as we see Michael Norman still all by himself in the 5th position. Is Nick Pericles still on the outside? Yes, he is. He's in the he's right by the bus stop now, but the guardrail's about to end, so I think he's gonna come back on the track soon. He's the leaders have gotten around him as we're coming as Kyle Matthews he's coming into the final turn to take the white flag. He is staying off the dirt. What about Lyndon Wright? He does as well. We're coming to the white flag here at Lime Rock. Kyle Matthews. Right now, no competition for that number 52 car. Kyle Matthews has drove this race flawlessly, and he doesn't need to make any more mistakes as of late. Lyndon Wright trying to do whatever he can to get around him, and there's Nick Pericles. He made his way to pit road, but Kyle Matthews, he's approaching the bus stop for the final time. Lyndon Wright, does he have anything for the 52? I don't think so. It may be too little too late for these guys. Coming down this hill for the final time and into the final turn. Kyle Matthews is taking it easy with the accelerator. Kyle Matthews, he started on the pole and he will win here at Lime Rock. Kyle Matthews goes coast to coast as he will take round number 13, and he finally gets his first ever ARCA Series victory here at Lime Rock Raceway. Lyndon Wright in the Black Deuce ends up with a 2nd place finish. 3rd is Joshua Mudd. 4th, Angel Navarro. And rounding out the top 5 is Michael Norman. The rest of the top 10 consists of Anthony McCrury, Charles Jackson, Skye Commons, teammates Ryan Acosta, and Levi McIntire. But there is our winner right there, winner of round number 13, Kyle Matthews in the number 52. He is finally a winner. Okay, export ARCA round 13, Lime Rock. And this race is indeed in the books. Kyle Matthews goes coast to coast. No one challenges him for the lead here. Lyndon Wright, he did come close. He just didn't have enough speed to catch that 52 car. Okay, James Qualls, top contender for the championship, ends up 11th despite having damage. Cody Llamas, 7th in points. He manages to battle out for 12th place. Dillon Poteet ends up 13th. 14th is Noah Boz. Rounding out the top 15 was Seth Cole. 16th through 20th, we have Ty Naughton, Pichu London, Andreas Allen, points leader R Kris Wascher, and Tim Fiegel. Tim Fiegel started at the back of the pack. Okay, then from 21st on down to 25th, we have Cole Dalley, Marco Salpietro, last week's winner Ian Dutta, Chris Kyle, and Kyle Sosnoski. Then 26th and 28th, we have John Trost and Shawn Harple and Dillon Young. Dillon Young managed to stay on the track, but with that damaged race car, it proved to be too much for the one car. And Nick Pericles, he ended up 5 laps down. Matter of fact, let's see what... You know what? Before we end this thing, let's actually see what happened to Nick Pericles. Let's actually see what happened to the 12 car, because he ended up 5 laps down. I think it happened on lap 10. He may have come in contact with someone to send him on the outside. Oh, there it goes. Oh, wow. There it goes. Right there. I'm trying to find a better angle. The spectator's camera here. Trying to make a move under Ian Dutta. He drives it a little bit too hard, and then he taps the right rear quarter panel of the 13, and then that sends them both loose. Ian Dutta, he manages to stay on track, but when Nick Pericles slides, he slides past the guardrail, and that's how he got stuck. So that's what happened to the 12 there, and part of the field actually got held up by the 13. So the 13, I think he actually kept his spot. But oh man, that's a tough break for Pericles there. Well, race fans, that does it here for Lime Rock. We have 2 races left to go before we crown our champion. Congratulations one last time to Kyle Matthews for capturing his very first ARCA Series victory here, and we'll see you next time. This has been a production of NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.